this era all day. Hell yeah.
Arm wrestling's about to take place.
Yeah.
Want to get your top 5 arm wrestlers of all time.
Well, number 1 is easy, right? That's John. I don't think that there's anyone who can, nobody's close. Yeah. Number 2, I think it's Engin.
Wow, okay. That's a surprise on that one. Even though I know he's one of the best pound for pound ever to live.
Well, I mean, when I'm looking at the whole thing, I'm kind of looking at a lot of factors. I'm looking at there's a lot of reasons why Engin is up there. I mean, his dominance, the length of the dominance. It's a lot of years to be kicking ass. Seriously,
I think it's 3 decades he's been on top of the game.
Yeah, it's a long time, and punching way above his weight. You know, consistently for such a long time. Yeah,
and the thing that I loved about Engin is he went looking for it. You know, he didn't just stay home. He went traveling all over the world. He was in Petaluma at the Worlds, all that.
Yeah. And I think that if Engin was a little bit bigger, well, potentially he could have been number 1, you know. It just so happens, I mean, the guy was naturally walking around at like 143, 154 pounds for a lot of his career. And, you know, and the lighter guys typically don't get a lot of love, but, you know, he's winning his class and then going up and kicking ass. And
I believe in 1997 at the Petaluma Worlds, he set the record of all time with the most wins. I think he won every class he went into that day. I think the only person that came close was John. I think John had 5 wins, and I believe Engin had 6 classes he won.
Yeah, and he's still really good. And then you can talk about his achievements and you know, his input to the sport that go outside of what he does exactly on the table, and that to some degree I do count that as well. But even without that, I mean, he's definitely high on the list for me.
You know what I love watching is having both of you guys together on a podcast. To see you two going back and forth with each other. He wants that match with you so bad, and you just keep teasing him so much.
He doesn't want the match. He just likes to tease me, I think. I don't think he really wants the match. I
got to disagree with you on that one, brother. I truly believe he loses sleep thinking about that match.
He does not want that match, Paul. The thing is, here's the thing. That match gets signed off. I give it a maximum 96 hours. Maximum.
When you get blocked, you're gonna get blocked.
Maximum. Absolute maximum 96 hours. More likely like 48 hours. I am blocked off. Everyone, like, it'll be crazy. I don't know if, because I think I'd piss him off so much that I don't know if the match could actually happen.
I think I agree with that. I think when your troll army lets loose on Engin, I don't think it's going to be good times for Engin over there.
It'll be incredible. I'd like the match to happen, but we are, and believe me, I love the guy. Okay, I hold him so high. I really do. We do not see things identically, but we both love the sport. And we're fighting over little parts of the sport very passionately. So,
you know what it is? I truly believe you two are the 2 most passionate people in arm wrestling. I really truly believe are you two.
Well, Engin's very special. So, you know, to be on a list with them is cool. Okay, I guess we're on a number 3.
Yep.
Number 3 starts to get tough for me because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that can be number 3. John is way above everybody. Engin, to me, is above everybody else. And I know that people talk about Babayev and Zoloev, but to me, there's a lot. There's a lot. There
It's
are a
the
lot
time,
of
the amount of time is, they're just so far superior.
yeah. There's the names start to go long. So what I would like to do is I'd like to make the next 3 be maybe not they're probably not the most accurate, but they're accurate maybe for me. So I'm going to put Neil Pickup as the number 3. And the reason why is, yes, he was an astounding arm wrestler, truly astounding. And in terms of how well he arm wrestles, his table IQ, for me, Neil's value as an arm wrestler is so high because of his ability to commentate, his ability to set matches, his value that he brings in an advisory role to every single successful league. If you are a successful arm wrestling league, you probably speak to Neil Pickup on occasion as a counsel. This guy's ability to set matches just clearly speaks to how well the guy knows the sport. Yeah, I don't think that modern arm wrestling would be where it is without Neil Pickup. I think that he holds huge success, reasons for success from PAL to UAL to WAL and obviously to Arm Wars as well, obviously. But I think he's had a lot of impact on a lot of athletes' lives that we see in the modern era. That's what I think. Number 4, to make it fair, I'll throw out Heidi Anderson. Heidi Anderson, to me,
Was that that was the lady of she was back in the day before like Gabby and all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to just what a lady's done on the arm wrestling table, Gabby is by far like a killer, right? Like definitely, like Gabby is just a killer arm wrestler. But Heidi was also a killer. She was lighter. But I feel that Heidi flows into so many of, I just think that the Swedish women are all so incredible. Like, and I think a lot of that is as a result of Heidi Anderson. I think that what they did with Heidi, pretty young Swedish arm wrestler who was winning gold medal after gold medal at WAF, and they turned her into a superstar. And all these young women in Sweden were like, wow, check that out. That's cool. I want to be like Heidi. And I think it made this.
Would you say Heidi was the one that started the whole, like, you got Fia, you got Malin, you got Sarah Bachman. Would you say she was like the leader of that group of Swedish women?
I think that she was probably leading. A lot of those girls were doing it kind of at the same time. But for whatever reason, I think that Heidi got kind of pushed to the forefront a little bit, whether she was just before them or whatever. Like a lot of those girls, like probably most of them I would say became much better than Heidi. Probably every name that you mentioned, I would say would beat Heidi. Malin, Fia, and Sarah. I think they're all better. But I also think that the reason that a lot of them are here maybe and still pulling maybe has a little bit to do with Heidi. I don't know. but when I think of Swedish arm wrestling, a lot, there's a lot of just incredible talent that comes from there. But I think that we have to recognize that as a sport, we have to grow as the men's side and the women's side, and we have to have a lot of female heroes as well. I wish that we could, have equal representation. We're not there yet, but one out of five. There we go. There's my one.
Nice.
And for the fifth one, I'll pick Canadian hero. I'll go with Mike Gould.
Very nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Where do you have yourself though? You didn't put yourself in there.
Me? Oh, geez. Well, I don't know. Am I do I make it somewhere?
I'm gonna put you up there. So I would put you on the same level as Engin. You and Engin are right under John. You two, I would say, are the closest to John. That's where I would have you. And as far as an ambassador of our sport, you are way ahead of everybody. You are the greatest of all time when it comes to being the ambassador and the guy that is just spreading our sport all over.
Well, we all play our parts, right? We all play our parts. Yeah.
But I got to say, brother, the way you're going, I mean, I know John has been doing this for a very long time also, but you keep going the way you're going, brother. And, there could be talks that you and John on the same level too, because you definitely are doing some big things. And, you still got, John's got 55 now. You still got another 9-10 years to even get to that age. So I expect a lot of big things in those 9-10 years coming from you.
I hope so. Hey, but looks like John isn't stopping either. So,
this is also true. This is
yeah.
also true.
Yeah, he's right back at it.